they played the Kunkka that much.
Ooh, oh, I said put before the draft, but
It did. Oh my god, they instant
accordingly.
Well, here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's kicking off. Ad Finem versus VP. Either way, we should see some fun stuff go down, that's for sure. I mean, whether it be the rotations from Lil or the wombo combos from Ad Finem with the Darkseer and Spartans. Golems pings at the moment.
Pinging Madara.
Who's pinging who?
What's he done? Those two players on his team pinging him.
It was yellow and,
Orange.
it was MNT and
I think Orange as well. Skylark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're not happy, Madara. What's wrong with you? Smokers pop.
Oh,
Doug says hello and goodbye.
Oh,
He's out.
They're
Oh,
going
is
for
he?
it.
Oh, he's been hit.
He may be in trouble.
Disruption to Crush is coming.
Yeah, get Pasha in, nice and close and personal, and Thug, he's going down here in the mid lane, boys and girls. That's going to be first blood for VP.
Question is, can he get back out in time to still find the bounty rune? 22 seconds. He's got a TP. He's going to likely TP out and get the Greaves. Sorry, get the Greaves.
Greaves, I was going to say, pre-game Greaves. That's good farm for an out.
That's how fast this hero farms, I'm telling you. Madara scouting up the high ground. Oh, God, this is...
He's going for bottom, Malk.
Yeah, he is. That's where the fight is.
Pasha's already trying to lead in. He's got the Shadow Word ticking him down. They're going to be able to create the space. Thug's terrified. He's not going to go for the rune. Pasha's going to be able to take it bottom. No one's going to be able to take it top. So VP with the first blood, and maybe even more. Pasha coming in with a three-man crush. They're fairly low on VP. They've got to be a little bit careful. Lil bringing them down there with the rock. Madara's gone. They found themselves a second. They've lost the SD. They do end up losing the Slider as well. So MNT picks up a double kill.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, 2-for-2 trade, but VP did get the first blood, and they did get both of the runes as well.
Blocking the Alchemist getting a rune, definitely the big win there. Acid Spray was just leveled up. Once you realize you're not getting that rune or there's going to be a fight, you just have to level that acid sometimes, but couldn't quite do it. As we'll see, the SD looked to pressure mid. There was an arrow, but I don't think no one was trying to land it. I think he just wanted to get the range creep, so. The good news for Ad Finem is MNT start. He's got a double kill. He got a solo kill on the Shadow Demon behind the action at the start, and he finishes off the Slider. So he's got early boots, Orb of Venom. He's going to have a very fast level 2, so he's the player that needs to kind of come up big here in the early game. Problem is he's dealing with a Pudge who's doing a similar thing, roaming around with Dusk.
Roaming to mid lane, Lil gets a few punches in, but MNT is going to be there to try and turn around Lil. He might have to look to try and kill himself. MNT looking for the final touch, but Lil, he's too speedy with the wind lace. Gets himself out with the suicide.
Might be dead here. He's got no loot. Oh, body blocks coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And then he gets leap from a creep down a tower.
Yeah, Thug will salve himself back up, and so will no one. Get themselves back into a better position. Question is if they can actually kill him through that. With an arrow, they may have had a chance, but indeed he jukes it out. If they land the hook, though, no, it's not going to quite have the length or the angle. The block's going to be there.
Heads up play from Thug to kind of double back. Normally you just run in that straight line back to base, but he expects the arrow coming in, knows that if it's placed into his running path, he's going to walk into it, so good kind of read from him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane, the pressure's starting to be put on Pasha. He's going to head back over. They'll gust him back. This is going to get them the chance to get a lot of damage in. He's going to go for the straight TP home. Oh, he only just makes it. But he does. Very, very close there. Mid lane, though, indeed, Lil's moved in. Looking for MNT. And it's going to have to be a little careful. Gets the hook, though, bringing MNT back. He's going to move in for this one as no one jumps forward. They'll take the kill. Lil, he may pay with his life. Already chasing him down. Thug relays down the acid spray. That'll do the damage. You can't...
To the game where they just want to farm up a bit. Ad Finem can rotate Madara into the jungle. He can farm Ancients on Drow Ranger. It does take that farm away from the Alchemist, but that may be a reason to keep on grouping up with your team. I'm going to say 5-manning, but it's really just 4-manning. It's the 5 heroes minus Alchemist who are normally pushing, but this time around they do consider bringing Alchemist. He's got treads early on, so he's going for that little bit of extra fight potential. He's even got 2 points in the Unstable Concoction, so an unconventional Alchemist build.
I mean, I want to say as well, wasn't it Thug the other day who did the whole Medallion Solar Crest fighting?
It was, yeah.
It was Thug, wasn't it? I mean, in a game where the tempo's like this, do you think we will see Radiance, or do you think we could see the fighting out?
We could see a Solar Crest against the physical damage.
Oh, we could also see this man getting caught out. Indeed, that's Warlock out before he gets the chance to drop the ult. He's actually going to buy back because he realizes the team needs him for this fight. He'll TP in. VP are aware, of course, and they back up. They know he's going to want to drop the rock with this solo. He's going to be left for dead on the sidelines. They did end up losing 2 for that one. Especially if they can get anything more. Spartan playing around with the Golem, not wanting to drop it down on no one. He's got the leap available, so almost certainly will be able to get himself away. But Ad Finem with the pressure, they'll take the mid-tier 1, and they'll possibly try and move on for more with the full 5-man alive. Did cost them the buyback, but VP, they lost 2 heroes. I think Ad Finem's fine with this.
Yep. It's a buyback on your lowest net worth hero, and it's your 5 position support. So yeah, Warlock, you've got 1k net worth, but realistically, making sure VP don't chase and get more kills is a decent trade. It was such a cheap buyback as well.
That's a big hook. He's caught Madara out, but the golem will be dropped. They're building up the concoction as well. Looking for Lil with the shuriken bounce. They'll take it. That's a track kill for Ad Finem. LNT getting the rest of them laid down. Track onto no one. Pasha comes back in with a crush. They've got the demonic purge as well. Thug falling low. He's searched out. He's moving for the armor toggle. He's going to make it by the looks of it. He's going to be fine. He's got the Shadow Word heal. He should be okay. The Fatal Ponce as well is just wrecking VP. They've lost 3. Pasha trying to crush and run. They get themselves back up to the high ground. MNT with the track. He hasn't got the mana for Shuriken. So the rest of VP will get away. But Ad Finem...
Entry turns around with the well-timed armlet toggle to get him. MNT was not ready for that.
A bit of a smoke round here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intended or not. It does look like it was.
They've got the position with the golem and with the vacuum wall.
It's actually pretty nice to be smoked in where you'd normally be visible, because if VP come to contest this, they'd ideally like to burst the Warlock and prevent him from getting off a rock. But because he's smoked, they'll initiate another hero.
Hook onto Thug, though. He's going to be surrounded by Grizz, and the Shadow Word heal is not going to be enough for Spartan. And they've lost Thug on this, and Roshan at about 1/3 of his health. VP are going to want to get in here, and they may even find more. Leading the way with the Moonlight Shadow, Lil tries for a hook, but Madara's already out of there with the rest of the boys. Pasha from the sideline may go in for a leading crush, but they've already caught him out. They're up in and they've still got 4, and they're 4 fighting strong as they focus down Pasha, take Slaughter out the fight. And now VP, they have to be, again, a little bit clenchy, but VP's still got that high ground ward. So the hook potential's there. They catch out Skylark, bring him in. The rock will be dropped, though. Vacuum coming through, and they managed to take down Lil in return. Solo falling low with Demonic Purge, though, but still the Chaotic Offering Golem chases him down, takes a second. Pasha coming back into the fight. Ramses, he's questioning whether he can offer anything to this engagement. They're playing it safe on VP. They've already lost 2. They don't want to throw anything more in. No one's still eyeing them for the high ground.
Oh, nice.
It will take down the golem. Indeed, and Pasha comes in with a 3-man crush. The 4-man Starstorm. No one jumps forward. They take 1, they take 2. Thug, oh, he's in trouble as well. Ramses focusing with the open wounds. Thug trying to tell him he's out. They've lost another. There'll be 5 acts coming out on 2. They're trying to get themselves back into this fight at Finem. They are going to get Pasha. Roshan still standing. No one stuck on the cliff. Jumps down. Gets the Arcane Rune. There'll be a buyback from Pasha. This Roshan fight seemingly never ending from both sides.
Some standoff, yeah. And while this has all been going on, the net worth change is really the big thing that stands out. We had the 2 Ad Finem carries like well ahead on net worth, but now it's back to even.
VP are back into the pit. They're looking to finish it off here. They will try and get the vacuum onto the high ground, but Lil with the dismember onto Madara. No one should be caught with the Starstorm. MNT's going to head down towards the east, but they managed to ground Madara. VP have finished off Roshan. They get the Aegis out. They will end up killing the Drow. Jump to the right. They've got vision onto MNT. The dust was out. They'll take down a second, and now Lil, he's chasing down for more. Hook still on cooldown for 5 seconds. Has the vision onto Skylark.
Maybe a blink crush in a second.
Pasha could certainly try and go for a finish, but he's been a little careful about this one. Now he just goes in, beautifully timed as well, just after the surge was used, so the duration isn't going to be too great. You just need a good hook, and Lil can't quite get it. Skylark, can't quite get the hook contact. MNT, look at the track. Pasha jumping to the 2-man crush. The damage though, they've managed to take the Warlock. MNT falling low as the Ramses focuses him. Lil in the wall, he will manage to get the suicidal, so it's essentially a 2-for-1. Make that a 3-for-1 as Ramses picks up another. VP looking to take a very nice trade here. No one jumps forward, can't quite get the arrow. The neutrals will block it. Ramsey still looking for the chase down onto Skylark. Will go for the TP, but they've got the vision for the disruption. Solo holds back Skylark. The mech's not going to save the Darkseer.
Fairly far forward because of the hook. If someone gets hooked, he needs to be there for the rock.
Solo was coming over, and actually with the arrow for no one, they could go for this, but the good turnaround with the rock drop. No one used the Starstorm. MNT gets himself away. It's not going to be enough. The burst goes through from the poison. They've lost the MNT on the bounty hunter. Meanwhile, Lil able to pick off a second as he grabs Warlock in to hold onto the tower.
A dandy sentry ward to have lying on the ground.
Bottom lane, looking for no one. They got the gust, but again, the duration wasn't there, so no one's out of there.
They can turn around.
They want to go back in. They really do. Solo hitting the disruption, soul catcher onto Madara, forcing him to back up.
No one's considering it.
With the demonic pudge. And they do this one, jump forward, Starstorm, the Shadow Word heal is going to be up, they're going to hook onto the Warlock. Gus will not back the punch, but they move in, Pasha getting the crush onto 3, amplifies Doug. No one just jumping through the middle of the fight, trying to finish off Spawn with the Starstorm, and he will do it, but Dark's a fall as well. And VP, they'll continue to chase. Doug will be able to blink away. But again, VP And rather made by Skylark as well. Looking for the arrow, Skylark shooting out for left, but they get the vision crit pass. He jumps in with a crush. They've got the life stealer inside the Slardar again. Another kill for VP, 30 for 18. They took the tier 2 bottom. They keep the tier 2 alive top. It feels like Ad Finem are running out of options now.
Radiant's middle tower is under
It's
attack.
impressive. They've been 11-1 on that Darkseer up until this game. It definitely, that and that probably has been Skylark's best hero. That and the Batrider.
And just plays like this, instantly in with a crush. Lil's there with the reaction. And you know, you've just knocked an Alchemist out of the game for a minute. And VP can continue to be pretty much free to do as they please across the map. They'll split back up across the lanes, continue to farm. No one's got his Eagles on ready to finish into that E-Blade very, very shortly.
They've just fully taken over the Radiant jungle. There's sentries, there's vision everywhere. No one's farming it up even. He's just trying to find another pick as someone, like a support comes into ward or D-ward. Spartan's actually kind of making that move. He needs to be careful. If he gets hit by an arrow, no one will happily take an extra freebie kill.
And I like this as well from Ramsey, something that we don't see every day. But he says, well, the silence is kind of annoying. Let's get a Manta style on the Lifestealer. Just something to help, you know, against being caught out by Madara. Also for duking out the concoction. There's a lot of things that it's very useful for him this game.
Get rid of the track even. There's small little things that you can do with this. So why not, I guess. It's the kind of item where you're ahead and the way you die. If you get gusted and you die before you rage, like that could just be a turnaround moment. So having a Manta Star, not an amazing idea by any means, but definitely can't hurt you. Five-man smoke. This feels like a kind of all-in-ish play.
They want to do, they've got all the ults.
Smoke, but they need to find a way to use them. That observer was placed under a sentry, so VP know exactly where Ad Finem are.
The ping's coming out already. And they're gonna moonlight, and they're gonna look to try and fight themselves. Solo leading the way. See if he gets an opening. Patrick comes in with a crush, and he's caught again. The wall off on the sideline. Spartan's down, and he's not gonna have the chance to drop the golem. GG's just gonna be cool just like that. It indeed was Ad Finem's final bit of gun-ho attempt to get into the game.